Welcome to our Radha Shakti Sangha speakers. Today we have Nitya, Kishori, Devidasi, and we're looking forward for the part 2 of Karma and Forgiveness. Over to you, Nitya, Kishori. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Nitya, Kishori, you're muted.
I'm so sorry. Om Agyantimirandasya Gyananjana-Shalakaya Chakshurummilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Soptantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखावितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं नमामि विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमद्भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देव गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पार्श्वदेश तारिणे जगतगुरु शिला प्रभुपाद की जय शिला गुरुदेव की जय। Okay. So here we are with our
You're muted again, Nitya, Kishori.
I don't know why. So in the last session, we talked about karma and how every karma we are accumulating samskaras, and those samskaras basically over lifetimes which we are accumulating, they are building our false ego, and hence we are getting entangled. And also, I talked about three types of forgiveness in that session. Unless and until we will forgive, we will not be able to move forward. Because purpose of our karma is to just give me my lessons. And when I learn my lessons, when I forgive, and I already told, forgiveness means that we are reforming our mentality, taking up the responsibility of our karma, and then the magnitude of the consequences of karma will be less. And more we are forgiving, so it will be easy for us to surrender to Krishna also. So I would like to give an example, like why forgiveness is important. For example, if I am holding my phone like this on my wrist, so this maybe 500 grams of phone, uh, I can hold it for few minutes, or if I hold it for 2 hours on my wrist, then it will start hurting my wrist. And what if I hold the phone for the whole day, and it will make my hand numb? And what if I'm holding it for the entire week? So it will definitely paralyze the hand. So it's not what you hold, how heavy you hold, but it's how long you hold it. And if I put it down, so it's compassion for my own wrist and not the phone. So similarly, uh, forgiveness means we are letting go of all the negative energy of anger, resentment, guilt, pain, hurt, and we are taking the responsibility of our karma. And this we can only do when we have, last time also I talked about this. We can only do when when I have that elevated consciousness. So I'll talk about how we can practice forgiveness going forward. So I would like to tell about girl. She was story of a girl. She was suffering from cancer, and she went for the family constellation. So basically, family constellation is a phenomena where uh, the therapist, he tries to figure out what is the cause of the problem. So whether it's family history, family dynamics, or dysfunctional patterns. So, and any problem, finance, health, any problem. So what they do, uh, they take different members, and uh, not your family members, but different members from the group, and they basically those members the therapist choose, and they represent your family members, maybe your fears, your disease. So the point is that all these representatives, they basically tune into that energy, and then the therapist has some ways they figure out this through the family constellation. And I myself also has been a part of a family constellation. I went somewhere, I attended a seminar in United States only, and there were many senior devotees, Srila Prabhupada devotees also. And I believe in that. And then why I'm telling you about this, because I was listening to a lecture on YouTube about like on Hare Krishna TV about this same family constellation only. And there Mataji was telling about this story about this girl who was suffering from cancer, and then she went for the family constellation. And what was revealed was that so, for her, various representatives were chosen. Some were representing her mother-in-law, father-in-law, husband, and her cancer and other things. So what was revealed that uh, in the family constellation, that mother-in-law was very dominating. She was a powerful woman, and she had an overwhelming presence in the household, and she was exerting her dominance over her daughter-in-law, and consequently daughter-in-law was harboring all the negative feelings of anger, resentment towards her, and husband was also not able to voice his concerns, because of that, this girl, she was suppressing all the emotions, and hence because of those suppressed emotions, they figured out the reason of cancer was suppressed emotions. And so, whatever negative emotions we are holding in us, basically, they are just damaging our body parts only. Like I have heard that grief, it sets in your lungs, and anxiety, it affects your kidneys, and so different negative emotions, they basically are kind of what is emotion? Emotion means energy in motion. So, wherever these emotions are trapped, so they damage those parts of body, and it manifests as different mental diseases, physical diseases, and all. So point here is, I'm not saying that I'm not justifying mother-in-law's action, that whatever she was doing is right and girl was wrong. But point I want to emphasize is that we are in this material world, and we will it's the nature of material world that situations will be up and down, and we will face many challenging situations. So that's why, and so many negative emotions we can hold inside. So that's why forgiveness is very important, so that we don't hold all these and let them go. So even this is a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, 9th canto, 15th chapter, 40th verse. So the translation says that duty of Brahmana is to culture the quality of forgiveness, which is illuminating like the sun. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, is pleased with those who are forgiving. So actually, when we are forgiving, it means we are ready to accept the responsibilities of a karma. We are ready to uh, transform our mentalities. And last session also, I discussed that all this mentalities is because of our acquired samskars from various lifetimes, and all this is because of our karma only. So challenging situations may come, and it depends how we are handling those situations, and how we are handling, reacting, responding. So it greatly affects our physical and mental health. So basically, Lord also want us to forgive and move forward, heal ourselves, move forward, and process all the emotions. And there are many incidents from Shastras where we can learn how different personalities they forgive. And not even Shastras. So I heard about this Amish community in America. So they live in a very traditional way. They don't use electronics, automobiles, and all. So there was an incident that one man, he killed few children of this Amish community, and after that he killed himself also. So this was a tragedy, and but people around the world, they were very inspired by the way this Amish community, they expressed their forgiveness towards the family of the killer, because they were able to process their own grief, and they were able to connect with the pain of the family members. So they and on the funeral of this killer, more members of the Amish community were there. So they were also able to process their grief and forgive, because they were able to connect the pain of their family members, because they also lost their family members. And even though he killed their children, still they went there. And because already the family of killer, they were in so much guilt and so much pain. They didn't expected their son to do this. And then this Amish community, they went to their home, and they all these things, they forgive that person and their family. So we can imagine what would happen if Krishna would have not forgiven us. And in our past life, in this life, we commit many mistakes, knowingly, unknowingly. So if Krishna would not have forgiven us, so we'll be able to grow in our spiritual lives. And there are many examples from our Shastras also, like Draupadi, Ashwathama, he killed her 5 children. Still, she had that elevated consciousness, and she was able to forgive him, because she connected with being a mother, she was able to connect with the pain of her mother, that she don't have her husband, only she has only son as Ashwathama. And if she, like, Pandavas would kill Ashwathama, then what pain she is feeling, her mother also has to go through that. And she was like such elevated consciousness. And Lord Shiva, he also uh, for forgave Daksha. Daksha insulted Lord Shiva, still he forgave him. Prahlad Maharaj, he was able to forgive Hiranyakashipu. And uh, verse comes in Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, 19th chapter, 34th verse, and it says that we should always remember that if something happens by providential arrangement, we should not be sorry. The more we try to rectify such reversals, the more we enter into the darkest region of materialistic thought. So, I just want to open up for discussion. What does it comes to your mind when you hear about the more we try to rectify such reversals, the more we enter into the darkest region of material thought? So anybody would like to share their reflections? Whatever is coming, it's okay. Please do not hesitate. I'm also opening my mouth and sharing. Even I'm not qualified, so it would be good if you can share.
Even if you cannot open your mouth, you can open your mind. That's also fine.
Any thoughts? Anybody? Anything.
Any challenges for Nitya Kishori?
Okay, no problem. So then I'll tell what it comes in my mind. So I'll again repeat the line. The more we try to, it's from 4th canto, 19th chapter, 34th verse. The more we try to rectify such reversals, the more we enter into darkest region of materialistic thoughts. So it only means that for me, it comes that unless and until we will forgive, we will remain in the darkest region of materialistic thoughts, because we will get get more and more entangled. More and more things are we building up in our hearts, more negative emotions. So we will be stuck in that. We will never be able to come out that, and we will never be able to uh, even though we are practicing bhakti, doing our sadhana, chanting, and all that, but still, if we are stuck in this, so our mind is basic. Sorry. So many, our mind is all invested, our consciousness is invested in so much negativity that it's like a darkest region of ignorance only. And in ignorance, we can't hear anything, we can't think anything, we don't have a bigger vision, we can't move forward towards our goal. It's like a we are in a jail. We are in a we have prisoned ourselves, and from there we are just looking things, we are doing things. So our we have a mentality of manipulation, exploitation, because in that I am the center. I'll talk about it going forward. I'm in a different sort of mentality, and I can't see anything except myself. So whatever I'm doing for just for my pleasure and for my gratification. And I'm manipulating people, I'm exploiting them just for my gratification, and I'm entangling, and I'm burdening myself with so many things, because I myself is frustrated, and I'm looking at others with the same frustration. I'm expecting them to fill vacuum in my heart, and others also going through the same thing which I am going through, and they are not able to fill that vacuum which I am looking, and just entangling myself. So if anybody has some different realizations, most welcome to share. So it's just my realization with this. And also, more we try to rectify, more we try to rebel, we get entangled, we get into so much anxiety, because it's like ego, we are going into ego, false ego wars only. And it's my ego saying, oh, you are this, you are that, how can somebody do this to you? So more we are going into ego battles. And at the moment of death, all these matters are completely insignificant, because so many things which we are stuck now. So at the moment of death, they will be completely insignificant, because things that matter, because things that matter to me are to me now are really temporary. It's just related to my false ego. So yeah. So this is from 11th canto, 16th chapter, 31st verse. And it says that among the enterprise I am fortune. Lord says that among the enterprise I am fortune, and among the cheaters I am gambling. I am forgiveness of the tolerant, and good qualities of those in the mode of goodness. So Krishna is also, he's saying, I am forgiveness. So in forgiveness, Lord is there. And one of the qualities of Lord, we know he is forgiving. And we can see many examples from our Vedic scriptures, like for example, Shishupal example. He was a monarch of Chedi kingdom, and although he happened to be cousin of Lord Krishna, but he was always envious of him. And whenever they would meet, Shishupal would insult Lord Krishna and call him ill names. And Lord didn't even care and just remained silent. And he and also Shri Yamunacharya, he praises power of forgiveness of Krishna by reciting about Lord Ram's forgiveness. So once Indra, uh, he took a form of a crow, and he basically offended Mother Sita. He assumed the form of a crow and attacked on the chest of Mother Sita, and Lord Ram was very much angry, and he basically prepared to kill that crow. But later on, Indra, he bowed down, and then Lord Ram, he excused his offense. So basically, Shri Amnacharya, he is saying in the prayer that the forgiving power of Lord Krishna is even greater than that of Lord Ramchandra, because Shishupal was always in the habit of insulting Krishna. And not only in one lifetime, but three lifetimes. And still, Lord gave him salvation of merging into the effulgence. So, and I already told this. Imagine what if, like how we forgive, imagine if Krishna would have forgiven like that, or imagine if Krishna would have not forgiven us for our so many sins, what would have happened to us? We we would have never grown in our spiritual lives. And forgiveness doesn't mean that other person is right and wrong, and nor it means that we are inviting them to attack us, to insult us, but it just means that we are letting go of our negative emotions. And discovering the art of forgiveness, basically it enables us to conserve our energy and redirect it towards our personal development, towards moving towards our goal, instead of just dwelling in the negativity. So now I will share few steps, few tips, how can we practice this forgiveness. And this is by His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj. If we are to have any hope of peace in this world, we must master the art of forgiveness. Resentment, hatred, vengefulness are like scolding fires. And if we keep them in our heart, what will happen? They will burn our virtues and spiritual qualities to dust and leave us miserable. Okay. So basically, in numerous relationships, we must have felt hurt. Our teachers must have displayed apathy. We had clashes with our parents. Many instances of bullying must have occurred in our school years, and various things may have disrupted our harmony with family members, spouses, children, and colleagues that had lead to pain in our heart. And these experiences of emotional distress, they elicit pain, and uh, so leading us to adopt a defensive stance. So it is important to recognize that everybody is simply doing their best, actually. So we all are standing on the shaky ground of our uncertainties, insecurities, fears, attachments, and our own triggers. We are illusioned and we all are plagued, actually. So whatever anybody is doing, so they are just doing to protect their identities, and we inadvertently inflict hurt upon others. So we are just protecting ourselves, and others are also protecting ourselves and their themselves, and just hurting others, and we are doing the same things again and again. So forgiveness is basically an act of love for ourselves, because it is simply saying to let go of anger and despair that has occurred. And as I already told, we should be in a reality that we are in this material world. And here it is padam vidam. So we actually should be prepared that we are not in a place where everything would be perfect. These things will happen. People will not behave in a way we want. So still, when I forgive, so I'm forgiving for myself to heal my soul. So let's go through few steps. So, and then we can understand. So whenever whatever emotions there are related to particular incident, so now I'm telling how we can, some tips how we can practice forgiveness. So whatever emotions are there related to any particular incident, so think about that, and let the emotions come on the surface, and do not deny them or suppress them, and let them come to the, whatever thoughts are coming, let them come to the surface, and just witness them and do not get carried away by them. So when we check the story behind our emotions, take for instance the story I told you about the girl and the mother-in-law. So the basically girl was in so much of resentment because she was feeling that she's being suppressed. She can't do things she wanted to do, and so so as the girl, she recounts the story to herself. So I'm not saying that she is fabricating some falsehood, but what are the thoughts behind those emotions basically can make us victim of that situation. That whatever is happening to me is wrong, everybody is wronging me, and world is conspiring against me. Basically, it what point I'm coming to it, it depends on how we are describing the incident to ourselves. So it's crucial to recognize that the whatever the story behind that emotion is, how we are interpreting that, and how we communicate these incidents to ourselves, what story we are telling it to ourselves. So if I'm telling, oh, I am being so suppressed, nobody loves me, nobody likes me, I can't do this, that. So basically, I go in a victim mentality. And so there are some beliefs that basically limit us. My mentality is that every and I think everyone's mentality is like that, that everyone should behave very nicely with me, fairly, and if they don't behave nice, I should get hurt. So this is my thinking pattern, and I feel like that this is my conception. So like this, I can have many conceptions. And but if we want to grow in our spiritual life, so sorry, I'll come to that later. So this can be my limiting brief. For like for instance, somebody wants to grow in a spiritual life, and but some people may not like that. They may demean him, make fun of him. So it is my belief system that these people are not supporting me. They are not devotees. They are not good. They are doing bad to me, and so they shouldn't behave like that. And when they behave like that, I feel sad. And because of these limiting beliefs, I become the victim of the situation. So basically, we need to change our thinking patterns, because ideally, yes, I don't want anybody to behave bad with me, wrong me, and I want everybody to love me, to appreciate me, respect me, and behave like I am expecting. But we have to do reality check here. Sorry, we are in this material world, and this material world is a tukhalya ashwashwatham. Krishna says, Mam Maya Duratya. My illusory energy is so dangerous. So if we will, and these things will keep on happening. So if we don't change our thinking patterns, we will be emotionally stuck. And these emotions will be stuck in our pranmaya kosh. And if we won't be able to release this energy, then we are gone. So because so first limiting belief is everyone must treat me well. Yes, everyone must. But we are sorry that people can behave unexpectedly, and they can behave any way they like, because we can't control them. They are not obliged to behave in the way I am wanting them to behave. So So when people don't behave according to me, I feel pain, hurt, I get angry, and then I go into all those things, a different zone. So I have to do a reality check where I am right now. Is this world meant to be a perfect place? Really? People will behave in a perfect way. I also wish that this world would be a perfect place. But sorry, we have just come here. It's in our Vedic literatures. This world is said to be a prison house, and we all have come here to reform ourselves. So basically, we should be in reality, and we should So basically, change our thinking pattern. It is nice to be treated well, but people are not bound to treat me the way I want them to. So when we come out of this illusion we are living in, we are able to reform our beliefs, and we are able to let go those conceptions which I may be holding, because those conceptions basically I am attached to, and they also give me some pleasure. That's why I'm holding them. And once I start reforming myself, uh, so I've started healing those emotions. I have started processing those emotions, addressing those emotions, and what story I am saying, what story is behind those emotions. Once I start looking at them, I am able to address them. Yes, then I'm able to look in reality. Oh, because most of the times we just go in the victim mentality, and more we are able to address these emotions, so it's, onion, you keep on peeling it, and more layers are coming out, more we are able to address our emotions, more it's like opening more, and emotions, more and more emotions are uh, coming off. We are able to address that. We pray to Krishna, please help. And then with the mercy of Krishna, more we are working with our emotions, our needs, more we are able to address them, more we are able to look at them. So more realizations we get by the mercy of Lord, and we are able to process them, heal them, and we are able to move forward. And gradually, we are able to heal ourselves, we are able to forgive others. So in my mind, I may be carrying people should behave. It may be my belief system that people should behave good. Otherwise, it is difficult to forgive. So this can be also one of my conception. And second is I must be loved by everyone. Yeah, yes, everyone wants that. But everyone don't have that capacity to love, to give love, to share love, because uh, people actually don't know what is love. So, and we are expecting them to fill our life with love, respect. So that's why there is a big vacuum, and this vacuum only Lord Krishna can fill up, because Ishopanishad also says that Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnas Purnasya Purnamadaya Poonam eva vashishyate. So basically, personality of Godhead is is perfect and complete. Even we are also perfect and complete. Being is part and parcel, but still we feel a vacuum. Today, me and Mataji, Radha Govinda Mataji were discussing about this. A gap is there. So my Guru Maharaj, he says this is a liminal space. I am here. My goal is to, I am here. My goal is to be there. So I am doing my sadhana, my practices, but my goal is that in between there is a big gap. So that is a liminal space that I have to cross. So there is a vacuum in the heart, and only Lord can fill that vacuum, because He is complete. And when He is perfect and complete, and when we connect to that perfect and complete being, then only we can feel complete. Otherwise, relationships of this material world will be just disappointing me, and I will be frustrated. Yes, I have to see, because everybody, like I am product of my samskaras, my karmas, they are also same. There is no difference between us. So we all are struggling. So more our surrender to Lord, more we are surrendered to Lord, more our connection to Lord is strong. So more our sadhana is good, more we are doing introspection. So this way we are able to that bridge that gap gradually, and by mercy of Lord only we can bridge that gap. So more we are working on us, we are introspecting, and more, and so only Lord gives us realizations, and with those realizations we are actually able to bridge that gap. And third limiting belief would be those who hurt me should be punished. Yes, I want justice because I am feeling so much pain. So, but it's not my business to punish or judge others. And I may not understand that whatever I'm going through is result of my karma, but yes, our Shastras, our Vedic literatures tell that we are entangled in this karmic cycle, even though we don't understand laws of karma work on us. So when we forgive, then we just give up this right to punish others and hold bad against them. And when we change our limiting beliefs, these are mental blocks. So when we change them, so then we can move towards our spiritual goal. And so in a spiritual journey, basically, I don't want to waste my time on I am right, other person is wrong, and I just want to move. Uh, for my higher purpose and moving towards it. I don't want to get stuck. I want to, because I want to invest my energy in pleasing the Lord, in serving Him with my full love and faith and devotion. So, last is the world must be fair and just. Yes, yes. So it would be nice to have a fair and just world, but I accept the reality that the people are the way they are, and at times they will behave unexpectedly. And first canto, 18th chapter, 40th verse, it says that the devotees of Lord are so forbearing that even though they are defamed, cheated, cursed, disturbed, neglected, or even killed, they are never inclined to avenge themselves. So, this is a Vaishnava mood. I know it's very high. So, what does it mean? It means that devotees of Lord, they are able to forgive. They are able to forgive. They are able to heal themselves. They are able to process their emotions, and they are able because they have a higher purpose. And that's why they are able to move towards their higher purpose, Krishna. And like in last session, also I told you that uh, we can only forgive if we have that humility, and we can have humility once we have the quality of tolerance. And it's important to develop this quality of tolerance, and it is a basically criteria for our spiritual strength and advancement. The person's spiritual strength can be measured by how tolerant a person is, because being tolerant means not acting on the pushing of the false ego, and not giving that and not giving up for the gratification for the false ego, even in the most provocative situations. One is not agitated. So when we are able to address, when we are able to introspect, we are able to address our issues, look at them, be aware of them, and being aware, we can pray to Krishna that yes, I have these anarthas I am battling with, and I really, Lord, I am helpless. I need your help. Without your help, I cannot. cross them. Only if you desire, if you so will, let me be able to overcome my anarthas, because my reason to overcome my anarthas is just to please you, not to, because we can have different, last time also told, we can have different reasons. I want to get rid of my anarthas because these anarthas bother me, I don't feel comfortable, I want to live a peaceful life. These can be my reasons also. But if you want, if Krishna willing, yes, uh, I have these defects, Lord. Whatever defects are hindrance in your service, if you will remove that, otherwise accept me with those defects, with those anarthas. Let me humble down, let me tolerate. And when we pray to Lord like this, definitely He helps. He helps and He gives us a lot of realizations, and we are able to navigate through those situations. We are able to and learn, and grow out of them. And 11th canto, there's a verse, it says that tolerance means to patiently enduring unhappiness, such as that provoked by insult or negligence of others. And and this neglect and insult is really painful to our ego. So, tolerance basically means to endure unhappiness which comes through neglect, insult, and not to retaliate or shoot back. So, it's only after we can do some internal work with internal introspection, then only we can uh, we can process them, and this internal work is really purifying. And with mundane eyes, it may be seen as weakness, uh, that you are not fighting for yourself, you're not standing for yourself. It maybe look like that, but spiritual point of view, tolerating is success because it is dissolving our false ego. And it's important because we have issues, and our true self is basically covered by our own issues, our own triggers. And when they are those issues basically uh, are like a different parts of us, so they trigger us. So when we start looking at them, we embrace them. Yes, yes, whatever happened was any abuse, any insult. Yes, it was really not pleasant. But yeah, but then I embrace my small these parts, and my true self is basically hidden beneath these my issues and all. When I'm able to address them, then gradually my fall, I'm able to heal myself, I'm able to become tolerant. Trinadapi sunechana tarorapi sahashnuna. In that humble mood, I'm able to chant the holy name, because when I'm able to resolve my issues, dissolve my false ego, then gradually I can cultivate humility. And true tolerance means taking shelter of Krishna, and remembering the reality we are eternal servants of Krishna, and taking refuge in Krishna. So for practicing tolerance, Mhm. For practicing tolerance, uh, we need to have humility, and for humility, we need to have faith in Krishna. So, without faith, we cannot cultivate tolerance, because we have to take shelter of Krishna. Then only we can see hand of Krishna in every situation. That Krishna is trying to teach me something, and if we don't have this vision that Krishna is giving me this situation which I am facing now, so he must be trying to teach me something, so then we cannot tolerate. So we can always pray to Lord, give me intelligence, how can I tolerate, give me strength to accept this. And only if we see Krishna in whole picture, then only we will be able to tolerate. Otherwise it will be difficult for us. So I think I can Okay. So 10 minutes are still there. So I can pause here if anybody has any discussion, anybody want to add anything, because after this I have one small meditation. So if you want me to pause, I can pause. We can have some discussion. You all can share your realizations, reflections. Otherwise, I can go to that meditation. It's just you can listen for, it's just 3-4 minutes only. You can, it's a self-guided meditation. I recorded it. You can listen to it and then we can discuss. Okay, Mataji, should I play the meditation or should I pause here? What do you? Okay. Okay, then I think let's listen to it and then we can open up for discussion. So I would request everyone to just please focus and please close your eyes for just 3-4 minutes and with an open-minded. This is about last session I discussed about how to seek forgiveness from others, whom we know, whom we don't know, and so we can listen. The Ho'oponopono, I told it, sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, Krishna, for giving me my lessons, and I love you. So it's regarding that. So I am playing that.
Seeking forgiveness from the souls you have hurt helps you to come to the place of humility and also helps you heal your emotions and resolve your karma. Calm yourself, breathe deeply, relax your body, breathe in deeply, breathe out deeply. As you breathe in fresh pranic air, and as you breathe out your worries, stress, concerns, do this meditation with genuine feeling of empathy and concern towards all those you may have hurt, bringing humility in your heart and connecting with the pains of those you may have hurt. Visualize their forms, whom you know you have hurt, and say them, I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you for giving me my lessons. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Say it again with your full heart. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. By saying these words, how are you feeling? Connect to those feelings. And after speaking these words to them, connect to your feelings again. And say these words again to them by yourself. Those whom you don't know and they have been hurt by you in your past lifetimes. Even though you don't remember them now, connect to their pain and with humility in your heart. Say them, I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Say them again with empathy in your heart. After saying these words, inhale deeply and exhale. Meditate on the lotus feet of Lord. Remember the form of Lord Krishna. Meditate on it and exhale out all the negative energy to the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Any energy of guilt, resentment, anger, hurt, pain, let it go towards the lotus feet of Lord Sri Krishna. Only Krishna can handle this energy and release us from all our karmas, all our negative emotions. Trust Lord. Breathe in, breathe out. Open your eyes. Sit.
So I hope everybody is there.
Yeah, the audio was a little tough. Yeah,
Okay.
it was not so clear. Perhaps
Okay.
next time you can just lead us into that meditation.
Okay. Sure.
But it was it was very useful and effective. Yeah, anybody has any questions or any comments?
Anybody would like to share anything, any reflections or add anything?
Nitya Kishori Mataji, I just have one quick question. Again, before that, again, thank you for the very wonderful class. It was very nice. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
we can see your efforts. So, Mataji, my question was so if what to do or how to avoid circumstances if one person is trying to always hurt you? It's not in. This happens in a non-devotee circle, like, unintentionally intentionally they are trying to be rude or always hurting you over a period of time. I know, sometimes as a devotee, I mean, most of the time, after one gets into Krishna consciousness, you try not to, like, speak out unless, like, unless it hurts in your path of bhakti, right? Like, so but that's what we have been taught. So what do you have, any suggestion around? I mean, this mostly, this question I can even tell you that I'm asking from, like, from a work perspective, like, office.
Okay.
Like, that's what, like, that's what I meant by non-devotees. How do you handle such situation?
Okay. Thank you, Mataji, for the question. So I will tell you what are my opinions. So Mataji, in that situation, it can happen in with devotees also, non-devotees also. So we can always create our boundaries, Mataji, when we understand somebody has particular nature and we understand they will behave like that, and it may hurt us because currently we are also struggling and we are also trying to reach at a level, so we can create our own boundaries. And forgiveness doesn't mean that we let people hurt us, so we can always create boundaries. We can, if they understand, we can request them that don't get into conflict with us, or these things we don't like. If they can understand, otherwise we can if they are okay, they are fine, we can talk to them, we can communicate with them. Otherwise we can have some distance. Still we can uh, because office, you can't avoid because you have to work with them, but still you can have your own boundaries, and you can do not entertain their illogical things which you don't think, which you think is just waste of your energy. And work related matters is okay. Obviously you can't avoid that, but I think some boundaries we can create them, and we can let them know. So this is my suggestion, Mataji. Or anybody else would like to comment on that, so most welcome.
Thank you, Mataji. I just got my doorbell.
Okay, sure. Anything else? Anybody would like to share anything? Okay, I think then we can stop here, Mataji. Like,
Yeah, thank you very much, Nitya Kishori, and thank you everybody for participating and encouraging and nourishing yourselves. So thank you very much. Until next
thank
time.
you.
The next class is
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.